Welcome to the Pattern Recognizer. Most people are running programs they never chose. Patterns inherited, programmed, and unconsciously repeated. Today we expose one of those patterns, see exactly how it works, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. The pattern has a name, the fraction circle. You know it when you feel like you live in neat boxes, competent at work, distant at home, spiritual on Sundays, present for hobbies on Saturdays, and exhausted in every slot in between. It feels safe and small. Imagine a circle split into tidy slices. Each slice gets your best effort on a schedule, and the center where purpose, presence, and integrated power sit slowly empties out. In the next 7 minutes you will 1. See the exact psychological mechanics that create fractional living. 2. Receive an esoteric map, sacred geometry, and a stoic reading that explains why the center drains. And 3. Learn one simple, daily 5-minute practice that recenters your field. One shift changes everything. Let's begin with the mechanism. First, avoidance. We parcel life into roles to avoid the discomfort of bringing our full self into any single space. Work becomes a mask, relationships become performance, purpose becomes a weekend hobby. Avoidance protects us from risk, but it also hides growth. Second, compartmentalization. Identity economics. You budget attention like a spreadsheet. 5 hours for career growth, 1 hour for relationship care, Sunday morning for meaning. That math looks prudent, but attention is non-divisible in its power. When you split, each portion loses leverage. The psychology is simple. Small commitments feel doable, and so we prefer them to the messy, demanding work of integration. Ask yourself 2 quick diagnostic questions. When a crisis hits, which part of you shows up first? And where in your week do you feel hollow rather than rested? If your answers point to different compartments, the professional you, the partner you, the spiritual you, you're living the fraction circle. Now for the esoteric anatomy. In sacred geometry, the circle represents unity. The center is the field of origin. Split that circle and you lose the dynamic tension that creates wholeness. Numerology deepens this. The digit 3 is about synthesis. 5 is about integration through change. But when we reduce life to 2 or more isolated categories, we trade synthesis for safety. A Stoic reads this as a failure of the ruling faculty, the mind that should govern attention. The Gnostic points to the exile of the true self from its center. Rosicrucian in her alchemy would say the prima materia is scattered across surfaces, never brought back to the vessel. Different languages, same structure. When the center is unattended, energy leaks into factions. Here's the reframe I want you to hold. Wholeness is not more tasks. Wholeness is a single coherent commitment that recenters the field. Think of attention as a gravitational force. Focused attention creates gravity. Scattered attention creates drift. One consistent small practice becomes the central mass that reorganizes the rest of your life. One metaphor, a potter's wheel. If the clay is off-center, the vessel will wobble no matter how carefully the potter works. Center the clay first and every move becomes effective. Your daily 5-minute commitment is the recalibration of the clay, small, undramatic, utterly decisive over time. Now the practice, the 5-minute whole sphere commitment. You can do this standing, sitting, or before your morning coffee. I'll guide you through one cycle. Treat it as training wheels for integration. Begin by placing both feet on the ground. Breathe in a way that fills the belly, not the chest. Inhale for 4 counts, hold 1, exhale for 6, do that once and notice the body settling. Step 2. Bring to mind one role you've been keeping small. It might be partner, parent, creative person, or leader, and name it softly once. Picture that role as a sector of the circle. Now imagine a light at the center, expanding outward to warm that sector until the boundary between sectors softens. Hold that image. Breathe again, slow and steady. Step 3. Make one small declarative sentence. Not a plan, a commitment. Say internally, today I will bring my presence into X for 5 minutes at its next moment. Keep it concrete. I will listen fully to my partner for 5 focused minutes after dinner, or I will write for 5 focused minutes at 9 a.m. This is not about fixing everything, it is about right in the center. Finish by placing your hand over your sternum, literally on the center, and whisper, I return to the center. Feel the symbolic act. When you do this practice daily, the center becomes a habit. Small, repeated gravitational pulls bring the entire circle into better alignment. One shift changes everything. How to scale and track it. 5 minutes every day, same approximate time. Keep a simple log. Check mark for completed practice. Note one micro change you noticed. After 7 days, review. Did a conversation feel different? Did a task require less friction? Did you feel less like you were compartmentalizing? Report one shift back to the practice. That's your evidence of recentering. Recap. Name the fraction circle in your life. See how avoidance and compartmentalization work like tiny leaks, and commit to 5 minutes each day to restore the center. Challenge. Practice this for 7 days, journal one change, and share a single observation with the community at desmarques.com/shift. Small patterns. Big transformations. That is the pattern. That is the mechanism. And that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your life, explore my complete library at desmarques.com. The pattern is the prison. Awareness is the key. See you in the next episode.